Okay, team, just give a minute. Just give a minute, everyone. Okay, here we go. Fine, team. So today is the last day of our season. Okay. So few important things that I wanted to share. There will be times when you will go through up emotions where you are very confident about yourself. Okay. Okay, things are working out for you. Everything is like going in your way. Whatever you decide is happening. Things just work. Magic happens, and you are very confident in those times. So no matter whatever it is, like going for interviews, cracking the job, getting the job, working on some item, and you are in a success momentum in life. So those phases will be coming in your life. And at the same time, there will be phases where things will not be working for you as well. No matter how much you put efforts, things will not be getting results. Okay. So both the circumstances are going to happen. Okay. And that is phase of life. So just understand it will come. Now, when the success momentum is happening, so at that time, no additional inputs are required. You guys can better deal with it. Okay. So it is okay. Chalo, success momentum, so you feel good about yourself and you feel like doing more, taking more challenges or aage chalte hai. So that's very nice. Okay. So continue with the rhythm. But now the time is when downfall actually starts happening. Okay. Okay, the dips of your life where things are not working the way you want it and external circumstances are not supporting you, maybe people are not supporting you or anything, maybe your family is not supporting you, फिर ना सब चीजें starts falling apart and then you start doubting, you start asking questions, what am I doing, how it will be useful, बहुत कुछ आता है, ठीक है. So I want to tell you कि how can we deal with these low phases of life, ठीक है, low emotions. There are some techniques, if you can apply that, you will be able to bounce back pretty easily. ठीक है. And it is required, everybody should know these things क्योंकि low times will be coming and वहां से कैसे बाहर निकलना है, and you have to get out of that zone as quickly as possible, otherwise future or becomes worse and worse every single day. ठीक है. So today we will understand, but let me tell you what used to happen is कि sometimes project में ना there used to be a lot of pressure. ठीक है. And while trying to deal with it, how to do, what to do, questions, confusion, lot of drama used to happen. And every day I used to go home at around 11 p.m. and still there is so much tension running in the mind. Okay. कि मैं, like I used to just while going stop at a park somewhere. Okay. And just sit there like midnight 11:30. मैं बोला like with this tension वाला mind घर पे भी जाके what will do. ठीक है. So rather I just used to sit there for 10 minutes every single day whenever those phases were there. So every single day going there, just sitting down in park, taking some fresh air, trying to relax. कुछ नहीं करता है. ठीक है. So I was not doing any, not listening to music, nothing, just trying to feel that environment. Okay. Okay, how the breeze is, the greenery around me, the soil around me, and just looking at it very regularly. So बाद में I came across this key. The doctors recommend कि whenever you are feeling stressful or whenever you feel like unhealthy too much, okay, the doctor says कि भाई go spend some time in nature as well, because somehow our human system is created to maybe heal based upon all these circumstances. Okay. So guys, don't get too much busy in this concrete world. Okay. So take some time out, go enjoy fresh air, fresh breath, okay, ground, greenery, be there. That acts like some self-healing mechanism. Okay. But now, देखो, so whenever these kind of phases comes in your life, where you feel like giving up, you feel like running away, you feel like not doing anything, you feel like everything is a waste. Okay. So it happens. Uh, you need to देखो, at that time you need to first accept the fact that your mind is in not the right state to make decisions. Okay. Why? Because you are already feeling low, and whatever you decide, you are going to mess up in that. So that's not the time to logically decide what you want to do with your life, and like nahi hoga, because the mind is already going through so much of wear and tear inside. Making a right responsible decision will not be healing up. So then what do you do? Okay. And guys, this is where it is said ki you need to be prepared in advance so that you can deal with the situation. Okay. Nothing but when you are in a good state of mind, when your mind is healthy, active, behaving smart, acting smart, thinking smart. Here itself you should have a plan ready ki whenever I get into that state, what is it that I am going to do. And the only thing is, whenever you get to that, don't logically try to crack the situation. Just take those steps and blindly execute it, whether you like it or not. Okay, by that way you will be able to bounce back pretty nicely. And if you're not able to do that, let's say you have not done that pre-planning and you don't have a plan and a strategy required, in such cases, guys, spend some time with your maybe friends or colleagues who can help you overcome the situation. Okay, alone jitna rahoge, you will make the problem worse. So go ahead. If there are people you trust, people you count, speak with them. If you don't have such people in your life, I would really say ki make such people in your life. Okay, alone you cannot survive in this world. You need people, you need friends, you need family, okay, where you can reach out to when there is something going on in your life. Okay, be it happy times, be it lonely times, and these are like nice bonded relationships. Okay, so my suggestion will be, first pre-planning karke have the plan ready, and when you are in that zone, just execute that plan. What the plan is today, we will discuss it. Okay, that's one strategy. Be ready with the plan, and whenever it happens, whether you like it or not, just do it. Okay, it's the same similar technique. If you are feeling unhealthy, you don't eat like eating food, but eating food is required at that time, otherwise you will become even more weak. So whether you like it or not, you have to perform those activities. So setting up that plan, pre-thing. If you don't have the plan already, go discuss with people who are in a right sense of mind and who genuinely care about you, so that together you can speak out, come up with something, and then that person will help you to overcome that situation. Okay, but if you stay too much alone, it will end up in like lonely times, depressions, and further more problems, and stress levels will start bursting even more for you. Okay, so don't get into that zone. Now let's discuss ki, bhai, how do you overcome that. Okay, it's like about just manipulating your mind, your body, your feelings. Okay, I told this small technique maybe as part of few weeks, some week. Okay, ki if you just act physically, like fast actions, like for example, if you're doing this bhastrika pranayam, so sitting just up and down kind of, okay, or let's say you just stand up and you start doing some jumping jacks. Okay, so these kind of physical body movements immediately changes your mental state as well. First, understand this thing properly. Just by acting physically and in an aggressive manner, energy manner, it sends some instructions to your brain to change internal way of thinking. Okay, so whenever you feel low in your confidence, if you allow your physical state to still be like that, okay, still lying down, lack of confidence, and still trying to too much pamper yourself, it will take you more in that zone. So generally what will happen is, when you're lacking confidence, your shoulders will be down, you will be nervous, you will be scared, you will not feel like doing, and the body language completely changes. So wo body language state ko you have to change as the first step. Okay, you have to force yourself to change that physical state of your body. So stand up, put some fresh water, start doing some jumping jacks, just go out on the terrace, take some fresh air, breathe, jump there, and like activate yourself. You know what happens? As soon as you activate yourself, the physical body actions actually give some command to your mind to get into some senses. Okay, and that energy levels is going to act like some mechanism inside, which will help you. Okay, be alert, something is going wrong. Okay, that's first step. You always have to change your physical body state, because that will help you change even the way you are feeling and thinking at that time. Okay, that's step one. Now, once your state is changed, guys, important thing is ki, you need to really, okay, Google and prepare some maybe YouTube videos or audios, okay, which will just thoughts and words will help you to maybe touch your soul and pull you out of that situation. Okay. Now, guys, the point is, I went through that zone once, okay, where it was really crashing around and all. So I just felt like, kya ho raha hai? Like I cannot overcome and all that. Okay, so then I just googled and I found like 1 2 links like how to deal with failure wale and some inspiration and motivation wala stuff. Okay, so what I started doing is just say 5 minutes ka video hota hai guys, but these are powerful words which will make you feel empowered. Why? Because kya hota hai, when you are in that zone, your thinking ability is actually dropped down very drastically. So just by listening to this powerful thought injections, okay, failures happen, it is a part of your life, you can overcome it. Look at your past when you have done great things, because you need to remind yourself कि tough times the in the past also, and I overcame that. So when you inject these kind of thoughts from outside, because internally it is not coming. So that's the tragedy with the human system. Even though you might have done some very great things in the past, okay, when actual time requires, you will just forget those things and you will be just like, oh, I cannot do it kind of attitude. Maybe bigger problems you solved in the past, but right now you're not able to recollect those problems. So in such cases, find these some powerful inspiring videos and just listen to it repeatedly. Okay, then these will be very powerful. It helped me to overcome my that kind of attitude and thought process. So multiple times during the day, like 5 5 10 10 times during the day, I used to just pump those thoughts in my mind because it is not generating from inside. Okay, and if it doesn't generate, I will feel more low about myself. No matter guys, whenever you feel rejections or failures in life, apply the strategy, you will find okay, it will become easy for overcome. Okay, that's the second thing. Now when you are in good state of mind, find such videos and listen to it and feel it, absorb it, and believe in all those things. And when you repeat it multiple times, you will start finding more good. That's the second step. Okay, and repeat it as many times as possible. You'll start feeling good. You'll start feeling that there is hope, there is possibility, you can do it. Self-confidence will grow up with that. Okay, now there is a third technique. Okay, it is called as a cookie jar experience. So maybe with some of the guys we discuss cookie jar experience. It is very wonderful. Okay, Dekho, let's say you did something great in your life. Okay, the experiment says you just take some time out, take a pen and a paper and describe those instructions. Write a paragraph about explaining how were you so much successful in that particular scenario. So whenever in your life you encounter success, where you work greatly hard and you made it possible, something which you will be proud about, okay, it is said, just write it down on a piece of paper or somewhere in your digital world somewhere, but just write it down. Okay, and then it is okay, you have actually done that. It becomes evidence, and you need to have a log of all these activities in your life. Okay, so you need to maintain all these activities. So let's say last month kuch acha hua, track it down, uske baad hua, track it down. And now what happens is, whenever you are into these low phases of your life, blindly your process is saying, first activate your body. The second step is injecting powerful thoughts. The third step is go to these log of success events of your life and just try to relive those moments, because it is you who has accomplished something. Automatically you will get key, okay, current problem is there, but I have done even bigger than this. So this problem is pretty solvable. Guys, the main thing is your attitude towards the problem should change. And once you start believing in yourself more, automatically your approach will be changing. Okay. Now, so 3 techniques done, and you have to do it in a rhythm till the time you're able to overcome it. Okay. So 3 things done. Okay. Now, there is like continuing forward. Whenever you feel this state, okay, you need to apply a system. 4th step. Because there are so many techniques available, but the point is people are not aware of it, or even aware they are not applying consistently, and because they don't apply, they get into inner loops and then they get lost, and wahan se wapas aana fir becomes very tough. Okay, so for many like days and weeks it stretches, and like if they are not able to overcome, disaster also happens with life. Okay, now there is another system, a system called as AIA, AIA. Okay, and the system says something like this: awareness, intention, and action. Okay, so awareness, intention, and action. okay, what happens is whenever you get into this zone, the first step says ki bhai, get aware that you are in a low state right now. Dekho, you have great potential, but you are passing through a hard time. Create a difference between these two things. Okay, it's not like you are useless. It's like your time has changed. So many people, what they do is when they are not able to do something, tough times going, they consider themselves like I am waste, I cannot do it, I am not worth it, this, I am bad, ऐसे हो जाता है. So first you need to have that clarity कि भाई, I am great, I have done great things in my life. This situation is new to me and it is really challenging me. And right now I am not prepared to deal with it. That is where I am in this zone. So getting that clarity कि I am capable, situation is a bit tough, so I need to deal with this situation. But don't devalue yourself, because वहां से if you consider yourself as a loser, it becomes problematic to overcome it. Okay? So first step is be aware that you are not a loser, your situation is a loser. Detach yourself from the problem. Okay? Now, once you are having this awareness, okay, situation is like this. Okay, now set up an intention. That is the second step. Set up an intention. Why is it required to overcome this situation? You need to have this why intention set in your mind very clearly. Why it is important to overcome it. Because if you are not able to answer this, you will not put dedicated efforts. You need to have a strong reason to fight back that situation. Otherwise, you will give up on it. And guys, there are always two ways. Whenever a challenge comes, either you grow or you get back. So if you're not growing, you are going to get back. So setting up this intention is important. Why it is required for me to solve this problem. Okay. And guys, something like this, let me tell you what happened is I was going through this phase and a tough time tha. And daily by daily, I was losing my confidence. Yaar, kaise hoga, kya hoga, those kind of things. And I came across this thing. I found my why by like internet itself. That's what, utilize this power of internet. It can really help you to overcome a lot of things. I was watching interview of this guy, apna Sundar Pichai. Okay. So in an interview, he was asked a question ki, for some big position, okay, ki a director position, if you want to hire somebody at a director position and there are 5 candidates who have come to you and they are all like maybe CEOs of their own company and they have done a lot of things in their life, how will you choose the right candidate out of so many successful people? Picking one person, how would you do it? Okay. He said simple thing ki, I will ask them what is the biggest failure and the biggest challenge which they have dealt with in their life, explain that and explain me step by step process, how did you overcome that? Okay, he said, I'll just rally and whoever has dealt with the more pain and came up with the right strategy to overcome it, I will be choosing that person for this role. Okay, why? Because it's tough for a human being to get through that. Okay, because whenever problem comes, challenges come, if you're not prepared, the first attitude that comes is, oh, I should run away, I should back out, itna pain hai, like I don't want to do it. Giving up nature comes very naturally to many people. Okay, and just know it. Okay, hota hai. So the point is, this single thought of Sundar Pichai while he was giving that interview, that struck my mind. He, the biggest failure that you have dealt with and how did you overcome that? Okay, that in future will be your secret for success. Because at that time I could have given up, but I chose to overcome it and be in the game. Okay, so that was my why, because I wanted to overcome my failure and that tough time in my life, because I wanted to make this as an event. I overcome it and I can do it. So I just wanted to have that belief in me ki tough challenge came and I did not give up on that, and I will do whatever it takes. Maybe it's the toughest challenge of my life, but I will overcome it, because in future this will become my success story. Okay, so that was the thought, because if I give up right now, no matter how challenging it is, future mein jaake it's going to be dark. So just something stuck my mind. It is mandatory for me to overcome this, otherwise in future I will not be able to look into myself in eyes. So somewhere I found my why and the intention. It is must to overcome this, and running away is not an option. Okay. So when you set that kind of intention, that is very important phase to overcome it, because without intention, things will not work out. You will not put your 100%. You will always find like, "Arey, nahi karta hu, let me go away." Okay. So you need to get in that game, find your why. So first, be aware you are different, your potential is different, situation is different. Step number two, find your why, set the instruction why it is important to overcome this. And what will happen if you're not able to overcome? Analyze a few things there. Okay. And the third step, AIA, awareness, intention. The third one is action. Okay. So what the third step says is you need to take one small step in solving the problem. Okay. Don't aggressively jump in solving the problem, because you're not in that kind of a mental and a physical state of the body to like sab kuch kar lunga aaja. Okay. But you can take one small step towards solving the problem. It could be as small step which will not make you feel nervous also. Okay. Many times what will happen is if you want to solve that, under say panicness will come, heartbeat will start raising, you will start sweating, different emotions are happening at that time. So what happens with this third step? If you take a small step, that panic, nervousness will go away, and you will feel like, okay, things are not that bad. I am able to move towards the problem. And then एक और step, then एक और step, and gradually you will see you have nicely covered up the problem. Okay, it will take some time. So don't try to say like, okay, एक दिन में ही पूरा fix होना चाहिए. It might extend, but you're moving towards it. You have the right mindset and you're relying on it. Okay, so that is the fourth system in order to overcome your tough times. Aya, aware, set an intention, and take small action towards the problem. And you have to do this as quickly as possible. Okay, यहाँ पे एक ये आता है procrastination. If you're trying to decide or avoid taking actions, it is going to become even worse. Let me tell you, if you are not trying to solve the problem, if you give more time for your mind and the body to be in that state, वो multiply होते चलती है चीज. Okay, it just will tear up your entire brain inside. You will be like, "Arey, I don't want to do anything," ऐसे वैसे. I don't know whatever I'm saying, whether you guys are able to relate with these incidents. It completely depends upon your life. Did you have this kind of experience? So, but agar nahi hua hai, so let me tell you, some phases will come in your life where these stages will come. Okay, and at that time, just blindly याद करो कि तौसिफ ने 1 जुलाई को कुछ बोला था, वो करके देखते हैं. Okay, at least set up that kind of a thing if you have not already encountered. And those who have felt that kind of a feeling, okay, so now take it very seriously, and these steps that we have written, start executing. Okay, so let's make a quick notes of this thing, guys. Okay, let's put a title, bouncing back from failure. Okay, bouncing back from failure, it is required for everyone. Okay, because life is about that. These all things should have been taught to us in our schooling system itself. Okay, emotions, dealing with that, attitude problems, ego problems, selfishness problems. एक chapter, एक syllabus तो होता था moral science बोल के, ठीक है, but पता नहीं उसमें क्या था, याद नहीं आ रहा है, but yeah, it was like moral science, society में कैसे रहना है. Okay, but emotion teaching is something which is like very basic. It should be taught to people. Okay, ठीक है. Title, bouncing back from failures. ठीक है. Step 1, change your physical body state. Okay, change your physical body state. And just write key, jumping jacks or skipping. Okay, any physical fast movements of your body. Okay, jumping jacks, skipping, fast physical movements. एक body में excitement लाओ. ठीक है, don't let it go on the lower side. Step number 2, okay, repeatedly go through inspiring videos, which makes you believe in yourself. So you already have to find such videos. मेरे YouTube में पड़ा है, ठीक है? So I have created some playlist internally. I've kept these 2-3 things because I know these things will come someday or the other. And whenever I feel like it, I just go through that video and like सुन के आता है, आ जाओ सालों देखते हैं, ठीक है? So that kind of attitude literally comes. Okay, motivation works, but उसको लेके then you should act immediately. So utilize it properly, ठीक है? ठीक है, so that's the second one. Inspiring videos, go through it regularly. Okay, so which empowers you. So those inspiring videos should really make you believe in yourself, empowered. Okay, now the third technique is cookie jar experience. Why it is called as cookie jar? Cookie is nothing but a good thing. So jar के अंदर cookies रहेंगे, तो you are collecting all your good things together. So that's the third technique, cookie jar experience. And just elaborate that line. Okay, just elaborate that line key. Whenever you accomplish success, which you are proud of, whenever you accomplish success which you are proud of, okay, comma, describe that incidence on a describe that incidence on paper or digitally. Describe that incidence on paper or digitally, and maintain for long time. You never know when you are going to utilize it. Okay, so you itself can inspire you. You need to understand, if at that time, if the outsider is telling कि हो जाएगा, somewhere you will not feel it. But this technique is powerful because you have done it. It's easy for you to accept. Okay, so maintain for long time. Okay, next, continue the statement. Whenever you are in low times, read all these incidents, and feel it in your present moment. Read all these incidents and feel it in your present moment. These are like gem techniques. Okay, people are not following it. That's the problem with the world. सब कुछ है available. We just need to know it, put efforts to know it, and then apply it, live it, and utilize it. Success automatic आ जाए. ठीक है? Fine. चलो, let's go to the fourth technique. AIA. आया. Awareness, intention, and action. Okay, awareness, intention, and action. And just write one line about every word. So just maintain one subheading in that. Awareness hyphen. Okay, so write it there. Be aware that your situation is a problem. Be aware that your situation or circumstances is a problem, not you. So try to detach. Okay, be aware that your situation is a problem, not you. That will help you to have hope. Okay, I can solve the problem. Okay. Next, I, intention. Just write that, intention. Set intention about why you want to overcome this situation. This is very important, guys. If you're not actively thinking about kya karna hai, why you want to overcome, it becomes tough. So set intention about why you want to overcome this situation. And guys, seriously, I really want you guys apply this. Okay, okay. And the third one is action. Take small action in solving the problem. Take small action in solving the problem. Okay. Just do these basics blindly. Okay. Blindly, just ye pura system follow karo. Whenever you go through, no matter what kind of low times in your life, let me tell you, within 1 to 2 days, you will be able to bounce back from it. Okay. Without any external support also. So you have a plan, just live it, stick with it. Don't doubt it, stick with it, and you will find ek do din ke andar you will be like, okay, so I can do it. Let me see what the problem is and solve karte hain usko. Ek aa jayega andar se. And once you get to that mindset ki let's deal with it, sab kuch sort automatically ho jayega. Okay, so this is what it is. Now there is a fifth technique. Okay, first listen it out, baad mein we'll take a note of it. Ki dekho, what happens is when the problem is running in your mind, sometimes the right solution does not come immediately. So one technique which says, just write this problem down, whatever chaos is running in your mind, just describe this outside your mind on a piece of paper or somewhere. Okay. So the trouble or the low point or the failure that you're going through right now, just write it down on a piece of paper and just psychologically feel, I have removed it from my mind and now I'm looking at it from outside. There is this psychological thing also which happens. Just by writing things down on a piece of paper and looking at it, somewhere the mind feel relaxed. Okay, the problem is not in here. The problem, you are looking at like a third person. देखो क्या होता है generally, let's say if there is something terrible happening in my life, okay, so for you people, you will not feel the same. You'll be like, तो सिर्फ छोटी सी तो चीजें कर दे. It's always easy to suggest others to do something, right? Abhi, let's say any one of you is going through a tough time. I'll say, kuch nahi, these are manageable things. You just do like this, it will happen. But you know the reality ki, no, yaar, it's not happening like that. And like, aise mat bol. Like, people will become aggressive. Ke, aise nahi ho raha, yaar, I'm going through so much pain. You don't know that, right? So it is because ki, that pain and that incident is so much within you, you're not able to logically find the right thing to do at that time. So the technique is saying, remove it from your mind, have it as external, so that you look at your problem like outside. And then what will happen is somehow you will be able to look at it from multiple angles, and then you will get some idea to solve it, which was not coming because pressure was too much inside. So the technique is look at your problem as an external person. And then the brain will work differently to come up with ideas to solve that problem. But if you have your problem inside, those idea creativity muscles will not be triggered because stress levels zyada hote at that time. Okay? So this technique is also going to work out. So you can apply that. And guys, you can use this technique for dealing with your emotional states also. Sometimes if you're very frustrated or very angry, just write down that experience on a piece of paper and look at it from outside. And then try to analyze that. You'll realize आधे घंटे के अंदर your state of mind will calm down. अरे क्या क्या था ये सब? Okay, so you'll just be relaxed and बाद में tear that paper, burn it away, just throw it away. You'll find कि पूरा tension भी साथ में निकल गया. Nice techniques. Okay, there is I was watching a documentary on Netflix or somewhere. Chinese they have this kind of tradition. Whenever you are feeling some negativity in your life or something struggling, okay, वहाँ पे तो business है. They have shops, roadside shops, where what they do is they go there, they tell them, okay, I'm going through all this. So what those people do is they give you a paper, say, okay, write down all your problems here. So once they have written down all the problems, they say, कि चप्पल लेते and hit your problems with that slipper. And they are doing business around it. मतलब इतना proven technique है. They are like, take chappal and hit your problems. And फिर क्या होता है? People remove their frustration. How can you bother me so much? It's all psychology, playing with mentality. And when you do that, and then गुस्सा आता है and you're bursting out, कि you're bothering me so much. ऐसे हो गया, वैसे हो गया. You do that, and then they just put fire on that paper, and they just ask the person to just feel that along with this ashes, your problem is disappearing. And somehow the mind just feel relaxed. Okay. And now they have created shops like this, and they are available at a lot of places. You can imagine how proven this technique is. Okay, you can apply that. whenever you're going through these tough problems, write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, chappal उठा के तू तो उसको. But at least, guys, point is remove it from your mind. Look at it from outside, and then you will be like, oh, what I was doing, and maybe then you can figure out some solution for it, and you can just burn that paper out, and you're like, now I'm relaxed. So these kind of things will really help you overcome whatever low phases of your life. Okay, so chalo, write down the fifth one. The point is, it's choti choti cheeze hai, and it will make the difference in life. Okay, the fifth and the last one is, write down your problem, explain your problem, or write down your problem on paper or outside source. Write down your problem or paper or outside source. Okay, and then continue. When you look at your problem like a third person, when you look at your problem like a third person, when you look at your problem like a third person, into bracket, from outside, comma, the brain will suggest new ideas to solve it. Because if it is there in the mind, wo ideas aana band ho jate, because you're feeling that pain inside it, and low emotions are already there. So remove it, do that, and it really works. Okay, actually, as part of some previous life transformation member, one of the person said ki I went to the interview, अच्छा नहीं गया, घर में आके I'm right now in a very angry state. मैं घर वालों को सुना दे रहा हूँ, ये कर रहा हूँ, वो कर रहा हूँ. मैं बोला ओके, काम डाउन भाई. बोले मैंने मम्मी से अभी मेरे लड़ लिया. मैं बोला ओके, रिलैक्स. And then I just gave the same technique to him. Write it down, look at it. Okay, just do some relaxing breathing, drink some water, and just try to be at peace. Ki, bhai, why am I so much frustrated? Analyze it for a moment. And he did that for 30 minutes, and the mind really became calm. And फिर he went to the mother, said कि okay, sorry and all that, ऐसे था वैसे था, and just हो जाता. So you have to detach yourself from that emotional chaos which is going on in your mind. Okay, many times बाद में, once that phase is gone, you feel bad about it, right? अरे, why did I tell all these things? एक regret आ जाता है. So we are sensible. Those emotional states are actually bothering. Okay, fine. Now, chalo. So far so good, right? So we have some techniques to apply. Now another thing, guys, ki dekho, this is something which you all need to know throughout your life. Okay, so pehle thoda sa let's understand this. So it's a different thing ki dekho, when you are in your school times, so you, let's say math ka problem hai or anything, there is a challenge problem to be solved. So when you are in 5th class, you are capable to solve the problems of the 5th class. Right? After hard work, studies, this, that, you are able to solve the problems of the 5th class. Now, as you grow forward, when you reach to 7th, you can deal with 7th class problem, 10th mein jaoge, so 10th ke problem you'll be able to solve. This is how regular growth happens. Okay. Now, what is happening in the real world is, when you are in 5th class, if you get a 10th class problem to solve, you're not ready for that right now. Okay, so just understand, you are not ready for solving that problem right now. And फिर क्या होगा, you will not be able to solve, majority of the people will not be able to deal with 10th class problem in the 5th class itself. And then they will, okay, so this is how, you will understand if you are a parent, and if in this simple schooling example, you will understand, that problem is not supposed to be solved right now. You grow first and then solve. The point is, same experience in real life, people are messing up. Okay, you got a very challenging problem, and right now you're not able to solve it. Okay, that does not mean in future you will not be able to solve that. Right now in the today's society, what is happening is, if you're not able to deal with something, people are drawing conclusion, oh, I'm not capable to deal with that problem, and they will never attempt solving that problem in future also. Or maybe they will attempt one more time, and after that they will give up. Okay, but just understand, once a failure is coming, people are not trying back multiple times. They try a few times and then they stop. And that's a very big problem. Okay. You need to understand the truth here. The truth is right now you are not ready to solve the problem. You need to grow more, upgrade more. And once you become more capable, then problem solving will become easy. Okay. But don't draw wrong conclusion ki I will never be able to solve the problem. So just understand this fact. Okay, and there is a small incident as well. What happens is when there is a elephant circus may earlier all that animals and elephants used to be there. So when there is a baby elephant, तो उसको क्या करते थे with they used to tie their leg of the elephant with a rope. Okay, and elephant tried to break it in the childhood, and it was not able to break because the rope was pretty like hard for a child baby elephant. But then many years gone, that elephant transformed into a full big elephant. And that rope is still the same rope. They are not changing that rope. But now what has happened is the elephant has stopped attempting to even break that rope. Because psychologically, elephant accepted, I will never be able to break this. Because he tried long, was not able to do it. Maybe after many years, he's not even trying. If he tries now in one shot, he will be able to break that. But this is what is happening with even human brains. Somewhere we just accept, oh, we are not able to do this. And then we stop trying. The point is, in future, if you grow correctly in the right direction, you will become capable to even solve that problem. Okay, so get this truth of life very clearly. And that is where we said in our, I think, yesterday or day before some session, constant growth is the only way to live. And don't grow when situation demands you. Live in a default mode of growth, constant learning, constant upgrade. Always be prepared so that whenever challenge comes, it will automatically get solved because you're constantly learning. Okay, so understand it's a very tricky thing. Okay, now let me tell a few more things just to extend these concepts. Okay, now what happens is like a human being has a circle of comfort. Okay, so right now, wherever you are, let's say if you are in the IT industry, spent like let's say 3 years, 4 years experience, just examples, kahan pe bhi ho. So what happens is there will be certain activities with 3-4 years of experience, which you guys will be able to deal with it very nicely, or whatever industry or field you are in, there will be some set of activities which you will be able to deal with very nicely. Okay, and that is called as a circle of comfort zone. Okay. But what happens is, if at all you're given some new challenge which you're not ready to solve, okay, so that is called nothing but you are coming at the boundaries of your comfort zone. Okay, and in the boundaries, you will feel like uncomfortable, you will not feel like doing, you will like, Are nahi, acha nahi lag raha hai. A different kind of emotion starts running in you whenever you do things which makes you uncomfortable. And it's in a human mind to go back to the comfort. Our human brains are designed ki bhai go back to a comfortable state. Okay, so just understand our brain is designed to take us to comfort, and that is the reason you always many people of the world always live in their comfort zone. And people say try something out of the box, they just speak about it, but not many people of the world are actually doing that thing. So what happens? They start living in this comfort zone. Maybe initially in their life, they have that spark to experiment, but as they grow old, they start living in this comfort. कि नहीं नहीं कुछ try नहीं करते ये वो, and let's stay a proper stable life. Why to take risks in life? Nothing but they have become comfortable with their life. And guys, देखो, actual success is not in this zone because you have already lived whatever is best possible by the zone. Okay, if you want to grow in your life, you need to break this and you need to grow beyond that. A phase will come in your life where you will be like, there is no challenge in my life. I'm okay with everything. And that means you have just reached to that threshold, the maximum which you can extract from that zone. That does not mean that's the end of the life. There is bigger success, bigger opportunities, bigger rewards lining in for you. So the statement which we are saying is, if you become comfortable with whatever you're doing, and if you're feeling that there are no challenges in your life, that means you're in this zone And you need to now grow beyond that. You need to grow beyond such capabilities. Because if you're not pushing your boundaries, you will forever just stay like this itself. So if you are facing challenges in your life and you're facing struggle, that means you are actually growing. And if the struggle stops, that means you have just narrowed down your potential. Just understand. And now what will happen? Whenever you go through these boundaries of your comfort, it will make you uncomfortable. You will feel like not doing, you will feel like, Arey, nahi, nahi, let me give up and go back. Again, it's a two choice. Either you stay consistent, committed in that kind of a comfort and grow beyond, okay, or you choose to go back into your comfort. Okay, for example, this is happening in the IT industry. Okay, people having 4 years, 5 years of experience, all of a sudden, if they are given a bigger complicated role, okay, कि भाई अभी तेको ये challenge करना है, you have to deal with lot of people, lot of clients, ये वो, that's an uncomfortable zone for them. Okay, now because they are getting paid and they have the designation, somehow they are taking it, but only few people are able to solve that, because that needs hard work. It is something which they have not done in the past. They have to learn, they have to stretch more hours, learn it more, experiment with it, and then overcome it. But if they are not able to do it, they just choose to go back to their safe zone, where they will continue still doing what they were doing in the last year. And by that way, growth does not happen. If you want to grow, you have to really learn and move to the next level. If you're not able to do that, that's one of the reasons, even with 10 years, 8 years, 10 years experience, people are still working like independent developers in industry. They are not moving up the ladder. And all of a sudden, a time will come when they will start becoming burden to the system. Why? Because people having 5 years experience can do a better job than them. They have more energy than them. Why pay more and get less out of such people? Right? So they will become outdated because they chose to be in their comfort long enough. Now it's a choice. You have next 70 years in front of you. If you are not ready to break this comfort zone, life is going to get problematic. Okay? So first, now the conclusions, take away from this. If you are not facing challenges in your life right now, that means you have reached whatever potential you have in the current time. So if there is no challenge in life, that means problem ho gaya. You're done with it. That's it. You need to do something bigger now, which will make more challenges and which will create more problems in your life. Because when you face those things, then you get opportunity to learn, upgrade, overcome. Okay. And wo opportunities ko then you have to convert it into result. So your potential capability will grow. And if you are doing it rightly, क्या होगा? फिर एक time आएगा when you will be able to deal with this kind of challenges also. This is how life growth happens. Not just by living every single day and just becoming old one day. That's not how life growth happens. People might just get in their 80s, but they never took risk in life. They never experimented with life. They just followed the same routine, same pattern, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and said, we are safe, we are secure. But they never grew in their lives. This is how many people are passing their 50s, 60s, never had that spark in them to try something out of their zone. And they never experimented and they never saw the other side of the world. Okay, so dekho, have your potential always expanded. Okay, and this is the way by which I continuously kept growing. Right now also with 12 years of experience, there are challenges in my project, and that is good, because with this challenge, I will even become more capable. And if I become this capable, then I can solve the next level challenge also. Because if I am like this and my challenge is like this, I will not be able to deal with it. If you are in 5th class, you're trying to solve 10th class problem, you will not be able to deal with it. If your zone is like this and somebody gives you, let's say, like 1 CR, 10 CR money also, you will not be able to justify that, because your potential is right now this much, and that expects you to be at that high level. But incremental growth can take you towards that stage. So there is no shortcut for success. It's constant growth, constant upgrade, and then life will keep rewarding you, giving you more and more opportunities. ठीक है? Understand? Sundar Pichai का salary कितना है? थोड़ा Google कर लो. You will get it out. yearly कितने तो भी कमा रहा है वो, will thousands of crores annual. Okay, it's like a lot of money, man. That's the potential in the world. Okay, so there is no cap, there is no limit. Now the thing is, you need to expand. So the conclusions here: don't be saturated. If there are no challenges in your life, you should be upset about it. कि यार कुछ भी exciting नहीं चल रहा है, सब कुछ easy. How can it happen? Okay, you should be sad about that if you're just comfortable with life. And you need to then create situations where you push yourself more. Okay, and now the thing is, देखो, earlier your circle was like this. Once you grow, it became like this. If you spend a lot of time here, you will become comfortable with this. Then again, it's a question: do you want to grow further, or do you want to lie in this comfort zone? Now, it's a choice again. And every time, whenever you're trying to move out of this comfort zone, it is going to be challenging. Every time. That means all throughout your life, if you want to grow forward, it will be challenging. It's like game ke level chal rahe. Level 1, level 2, and you have to grow upward in your life like that. If you're at level 4, that's what you are. Now, if you want to go to 5, it is going to be tough. It is going to be challenging. And if you're at level 50, wahan se 51 pe jana will be tough. Like that, all throughout your life, challenges will be coming as long as you are trying to do something bigger than you can do right now. And that's what is expanding your potential. And if you live your life like this to expand your potential, that's the ultimate success of life. Because everything will be accomplished in this journey. All the things will come because you constantly kept upgrading and going beyond the boundaries. But if you choose to stay in a circle, that's it. Limited growth will happen. So it's a choice, guys. Again, nobody's telling ki sab kuch kar lo, but it's a choice. What kind of life you want to live, and make a smarter decision, because capability is there. Okay, it just needs to be lived. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share as part of the last day of this season. He bounced back through tough times, because it will come, and always know that growth is the only way forward. Don't get too much comfortable in life. Okay, keep pushing and keep rising. Okay, so this is what it is, and all the system that we have learned, I think in bits and pieces you will be following it. We are doing it together. I would sincerely say ki next one more season also repeat for 28 days. These habits will become more permanent in you. The day planning, weekly plannings and all will become more pattern oriented in you. Morning routine will become more disciplined. Social media posting will become more disciplined. One more month, if you do for 2 months, so it becomes a full nice habit oriented program. Okay. And after that, then try doing it independently, and let's see how life goes. Okay. It's one life. Learn it right now so that you can have a very beautiful future for yourself. Okay. So chalo, thank you all for this amazing time. And Monday ko morning we will definitely meet, and I think Monday say next season is starting. So like 9 p.m. Monday we are starting, so you can get your friends in there, and chalo, let's do a new beginning all together. Okay. So all pumped up with energy and excitement. The same thoughts we will rewire and start living it. It's not about knowing it, it's about living it. That's what will change the life. Okay. And next उसमें try करोगे full 100% habits पे consistent रहेंगे, all whatever we do, and then that's a perfection time. बहुत अच्छे चलने लगेगी life. Okay. So चलो, thank you everybody, and have a nice good Friday. Have a nice good weekend. See you guys Monday. Okay. Thank you everybody. Take care. Bye bye guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
have a
This is
nice